Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TMB Finance, where we make long and short-term investing simple. And let's take a look at Tesla and at the Nasdaq and at some other stocks that are surrounding the Nasdaq and all the hype that's going on. See where we can make some money. So without further ado, we'll get started over at Nasdaq over here. Now Nasdaq, we are in a very rampant bull trend, and we have been ever since the end of April. And if you're trying to find a reason to not put money in the market, you should be finding a reason to focus your attention on something else, because then investing is not for you. The most money that you're going to make is going to be the easiest money, and that easy money is being you not doing anything, just placing your trade, letting it run, and that's pretty much it, collecting the dividends that it's going to get you, and that's literally it. That being said, when you're in a bull trend, it's a bull trend until it's not a bull trend anymore, and there are very, very clear signs that it's not a bull trend. For example, you're looking at things like a massive engulfing candle, a stalling of momentum, and that being said, we haven't seen anything like that for people to be calling bull trend or bear trends. I've seen that a lot, and then today is a fantastic representation that you can't listen to the hype, because we're up 1.36%, making a brand new all-time high and pushing in. And this is a fantastic engulfing candle as well. You know, you're pushing the bulls up, you're pushing the market up high. And yeah, that being said, we're in a bull trend. When are we not in a bull trend? Let's talk about that. If we do receive a break of this green line here, I am holding in cash and I'm selling my position. If we receive a break of this yellow line here, that could be a very good indication that we come back and retest this level over here, which is our previous all-time high. This is a level that we haven't retested yet, and there is a 100% chance that we will come back here and retest it at some point. It could be in a year, it could be in 2 years, but whenever it is, it will happen, and that's pretty much it. But we are in a bull trend, so keep those positions open if they are still running, if they're still open, and that's pretty much it. NASDAQ 100, let's take a look at the heat map here. Everything was in the green. Today was a very, very strong day. I haven't seen a day this strong and this with this much, confidence between all the different sectors here. But it's very nice to see you have stocks like Broadcom, Meta, they're up 3%, and Palantir is always up, so I'm not very surprised. ASML up 3%, AMD up. So it's great to see that the market here for the NASDAQ 100 is doing very, very well. Let's talk about the market in Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway has been slacking, and this is probably the biggest bear drop that I've seen in Berkshire Hathaway in recent times. Over here, we had this drop of about 10% here, but right now, Berkshire Hathaway from its peak, we have dropped a total of about 15 or almost 16%. So that being said, this is a pretty deep pullback for Berkshire Hathaway. Normally, it's pretty stable and pretty strong, and it's just constantly moving for those all-time highs. But that being said, right now is a great time to be looking at Berkshire Hathaway, because we are very, very close to a breakout. And right now what I'm seeing here, you have a lot of volume, a lot of volatility, pushing the market down 3%. 3% for Berkshire Hathaway is quite a bit. And this is also another touch and rejection of this line here, where we also have bottomed in the past of Berkshire Hathaway as well. So that being said, I think this is a very good level for a rejection here, and then we get that V-shaped recovery. Again, for Berkshire Hathaway, it's very stable. So that V-shaped recovery is not going to be as volatile as you'll see it on the NASDAQ, but very simple here. When we do get a breakout of the resistance level, what we're looking at is placing a long position right at the breakout, placing our stop loss right at the swing low, take profits at all-time highs, and if the stock is going to reach all-time highs, it just means that it's going to reach new all-time highs. So you can put that take profit wherever. I think something very conservative could be seen as something like 575. That could be a very good take profit there, and that's a fantastic risk reward level over here at about 5.46. If you want to do even something like a swing low, or put your stop loss to the breakout's low of day, something around here, that's a fantastic risk reward ratio as well. Let's take another look at Pepsi. Pepsi is another stock that I've been keeping my eye out for. Pepsi's fallen quite a bit from the top to the bottom of its peaks here. We've seen that Pepsi has fallen about 35%, so that's a decent amount there. And right now we have recovered, and right now what I'm liking about its recovery here, it's giving this fantastic shape for a cup and handle. And again, I'm not a huge fan of trading patterns, but with cup and handles, I find that has a very, very high success rate, especially when it's not one that you're looking to, squinting, trying to find. When it's very apparent like this, I think that's a great idea that we are looking to move and change sentiment in the market. That being said, let's take a look at where we are with our technicals here. Bollinger Bands we're headed up to the upper band here. We haven't broken through yet. That will be a very nice signal when we do. And we're currently above all of our moving averages here, which is absolutely fantastic. Everything from the 20 to the 200 we're above. So that's showing a lot of strength there. Pepsi is definitely one stock that I've been placing a lot of money in. and it's not too late to do that. You still have quite a bit of upside. How much upside do we have? I'll tell you 1 second. We currently have about 34% to the upside. So there's a lot of money to be made. If you're putting in 10 grand, you're walking away with what 13 grand, right? So it's a no-brainer to be putting your money into Pepsi right now. It's very, very low. They had a great earnings report. And right now, what you're looking for, if you're looking for that trade there, I do think that Pepsi, as it has in the past, is making always all-time highs, all-time highs. There's a lot of exponential growth when it comes to Pepsi. This is definitely not the last all-time high Pepsi is going to have, and I'll tell you that right now. So that being said, placing that trade, putting your stop loss right at the swing low here, take profit at all-time high or even new all-time highs. If this is too ambitious for you, instead of targeting about $197 a share, what you could be doing is looking for where there's a lot of volume in the market. This level here, around $180 a share, not only is it a great psychological level, but you can also see here all the rejections off of 180 there. So that could be a very safe place for a trade there. And I am looking to place a trade in the short term as well for something like this. Let's take a look at Tesla. We have broken over our resistance level. Today was a little bit scary looking at the charts here just because Tesla had dropped so much very quickly and when the market opened, and then it recovered quite a bit here. So we're up 0.53%, doing very, very well. This is a trade that I told the Discord about, and we're currently looking to make about 10%, 10.71% before our 3 times leverage. So we'll probably cash out with about 32.5%, which is a fantastic trade to be completed with, I want to say, within about 3 or 4 days. So that's really good there. And right now, that is a huge trade. That's my biggest trade that I'm looking for right now. We've had Tesla, and it's been getting tighter and tighter ever since 2025. So it's about time that Tesla did something. And I think that 360 is a very conservative take profit level. It's just right at the top of the previous swing high here in this kind of funnel formation. But yeah, if you are interested in getting all these trades that I'm taking, you get them in real time. You get the percentage of your risk allocated to it. You get the take profits and the stop losses, and you can always find that in the link in my bio or link in my description, wallop.com/tnp-finance. We're currently beating the market by about 170% in the NASDAQ, and with our stock trades, we're currently beating it by about 410%, I want to say. The numbers will be thrown on screen there, but if you're looking to become a better day trader, better swing trader, or just better investor in general, I really recommend that. But that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I will see you tomorrow. Later, y'all.